We would like to invite you to please enter the Nusa Dua Hall and please be seated. Thank you.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place, it was brighter than tomorrow.
And if you really try, you find there's no need to cry. In this place, you feel there's no heart or sorrow. There are ways to get there. If you care enough for the living, make a little space to make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for living, make a better place for you and for me.
If you want to know why, there's a love that cannot lie.
Love is strong, love is there's no joyful giving.
If we try, we shall see. In this peace we cannot feel.
Think of drugs, not existing as our living. Baby, is there a way? Love to love is going. Make a better world.
Make a better world.
Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for living, make a better place for you and for me. And the dreams we were counting will fill the cheerful face.
And the world once believing will shine again in grace.
And why do they keep trying on this earth? 'Cause you want it so. There is fantasy, this world is heavenly. Bring us close. We could fly so high, let our spirits never die. In my heart, I feel you are all my brothers. The world will not fear.
Together we cry happy tears. See the nation turn their swords into bloodshed.
Feels that always not enough was growing. Make a better place. To make a better place. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for living, make a better place for you and for me.
Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race.
Make a better place for you and for me.
Heal the world. Make it a better place
For you and for me and the entire human race.
Under a clear blue sky, in a vast expanse of lush land spanning hundreds of miles, clusters of beautiful islands from Sabang to Merauke. Natural wealth abounds. Illuminated by the sun's warm light from the eastern horizon and full moonlight when night falls. People of various religions and beliefs coexist. United hand in hand. Diverse religions, beliefs, languages, customs, and cultures live in harmony. Tolerance, mutual cooperation, and respect reflect tradition and essence of life. Panchasila is constantly observed as the foundation of state life. As an ideology, Panchasila guides the nation to its goals. The values of nature. People and religion are upheld. And a lovely and peaceful symphony. On a land on which God bestowed his blessings. Indonesia.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Indonesia, has arrived at the site of ceremony.
The national anthem of the Republic of Indonesia, followed by hymn to Constitutional Court of the Republic of Indonesia, presented by Udayana University Student Choir. Indonesia Raya.
Indonesia tanah airku, tanah tumpah darahku. Di sanalah aku berdiri, jadi pandu ibuku. Indonesia kebangsaanku, bangsa dan tanah airku. Marilah kita bersatu, Indonesia bersatu. Hiduplah tanahku, hiduplah negeriku, bangsaku, rakyatku semuanya. Bangunlah jiwanya, bangunlah badannya, untuk Indonesia Raya. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, tanahku, negeriku yang ku cinta. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, hiduplah Indonesia Raya. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, tanahku, negeriku yang ku cinta. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, hiduplah Indonesia Raya. Dalam menunaikan tugas suci di Mahkamah Konstitusi, wahai Tuhan kami, Pencipta agung hukum dan keadilan, karuniai kami selalu bimbingan-Mu, menegakkan hukum dan keadilan.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Joko Widodo, heads of state institutions of the Republic of Indonesia, the President Emeritus, Special Representative of the Venice Commission,
all the Indonesia Maju Cabinet Ministers of the Republic of Indonesia, member of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia, and all delegations, ladies and gentlemen.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May peace be upon us all. Om Swastiastu, Shalom, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan.
Allow us to express our warmest welcome to the Bali Nusa Dua Convention Center to the opening ceremony of the 5th Congress of the World Conference on Constitutional Justice and Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a warm welcome to the island of God, Bali, we would like to present a welcoming dance. Tells the story of the great and mighty Garuda Dikjaya with a sublime character, his determination to face obstacles, to obtain and to free his mother from the slavery of Dewa Wisnu. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present to you Garuda Dikjaya Dance performed by Slogam Studio.
Di saat kegelapan menyelimuti jagat raya, di kala adharma menggoyahkan keberadaan dharma, bagai gumpalan awan hitam yang hendak menjadi badai penderitaan bagi penghuni ketiga penjuru alam. Maka akan lahirlah seorang kesatria penakluk adharma yang akan membebaskan ibunya Diahwinata dari perbudakan para naga, yang akan membasmi Brahmacora, membasmi kemungkaran di jagat raya. The story of Adiparwa tells of Garuda's struggle to free his mother from the bondage of the dragon. Garuda must seek life, holy water, Tirta Amurta, to be given to the dragon as a condition to release his mother from the bondage. Garuda, terlahir dari restu para dewata, dengan anugerah dari sang ayah Bagawan Kasyapa. Sang Garuda memiliki kekuatan yang tak dapat ditandingi oleh siapapun juga. Melihat ibunya diperbudak oleh kaum naga, hati sang Garuda seakan teriris. Wahai kau sang Garuda, jika kau menginginkan ibumu terbebas dari belenggu kami, carikan kami Tirta Amarta. Akan kucarikan Tirta Amarta itu. Garuda was very shy to see her mother insane. Garuda go to the heaven to find Tirta Amarta with the dragon wand. Arriving in heaven, Garuda pursues the heavenly army, get guard of Tirta Amarta. With his power, Garuda was able to defeat the guard and the god Tirta Amarta. Sang Garuda pun kembali ke hadapan para naga untuk menyerahkan Tirta Amarta dan membebaskan ibunya dia Hunata. Berawal dari kisah inilah, Garuda digunakan sebagai lambang negara kesatuan Republik Indonesia. Tersirat makna perjuangan para putra-putri bangsa membebaskan Ibu Pertiwi. Samangkada Om Santi 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 Om.
Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, starting our agenda today, we would like to invite the President Emeritus, Special Representative of the Venice Commission, Mr. Gianni Bucicchio, to deliver his remarks.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Indonesia, Honorable Chief Justice of the Constitutional Court of the Republic of Indonesia, Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Governor of the Bali Province, Honorable Presidents and Judges of Constitutional Courts and equivalent bodies, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to express my sincere thanks to His Excellency Joko Widodo, President of the Republic of Indonesia, for welcoming this 5th Congress of the World Conference on Constitutional Justice to beautiful Bali. I would also like to express my condolences to the Indonesian people for the tragedy that took place on Sunday in Malang. My sincere appreciation goes to the Chief Justice of the Constitutional Court of the Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Anwar Usman, and the Indonesian authorities for the excellent organization of this Congress. In this connection, I would like to extend a special thanks to Secretary General Amza and Mr. Utusoit and their team of the Constitutional Court who have worked tirelessly to organize this important event. Even if we are obliged to wear masks, what a joy it is to see so many of you participating in person or at this hybrid conference. It is a good sign that we are coming back to a more normal life. Looking back to when the World Conference all started in Cape Town in 2009, we thought a membership of 60 courts was a huge success. Who would have imagined that the World Conference on Constitutional Justice now in 2022 unites 119 constitutional courts, councils, and supreme courts from all continents? Ladies and gentlemen, the topic of this Congress, peace and constitutional justice, is more timely than ever. We live in turbulent times with economic, ecological, health, ethnic and religious crises providing fertile grounds for conflicts. I would like to recall that for this Congress, the topic of peace does not actually relate to interstate conflicts because these are typically out of the remit of constitutional courts. However, for many of us in Europe, but also in other continents, when talking about peace, we immediately think of the ongoing war in Ukraine, which impact is felt far beyond the borders of Europe. I recall and reaffirm the declaration of the Venice Commission condemning the ongoing aggression against Ukraine and expressing full solidarity with the Ukrainian people. However, we face wars and war-like situations in other regions of the world. Peace can be built only on the basis of democracy, the protection of human rights, and rule of law, and this is where Constitutional and Supreme Courts and Councils come in. Ladies and gentlemen, the aim of this Fifth Congress, Peace and Constitutional Justice, is to explore the role of the constitutional courts in maintaining peace, notably also social peace. Constitutions are traditionally regarded for their ability to ensure coexistence and social equilibrium within a state. A constitution should ensure that society is well organized and predictable. In some countries, constitutions explicitly consider peace and reconciliation as an objective to be pursued. Constitutions themselves can, however, also lead to conflicts, whether through their provisions or through the absence of certain provisions. Dear judges, you are the guardians of your Constitution. As the protectors of the rule of law, you help nurture a stable and viable democracy. You are the guarantors of the respect for fundamental rights in your country. Without your integrity, there can be no rule of law, no protection of political and civil rights. However, we all know that your work is vulnerable to challenges by other state powers and pressure in the media, even more so when dealing with social peace in your country, the topic of our Congress. Therefore, as is our usual practice, we will have a stock-taking exercise on the independence of constitutional courts and courts with equivalent jurisdiction, which was the theme of our second Congress in Rio de Janeiro in 2011, and has now been included as a permanent topic in Congresses of the World Conference. Let me remind you that you are not alone. The World Conference gives you a platform to share your experience, your difficulties with your peers. Article 4 of the statute empowers the Bureau of the World Conference to offer its good services when a court member calls upon it for help. And it is important to remember that sometimes moral encouragement and support from other courts can provide help to a court that has come under pressure and enable it to stand up against this pressure. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, let us work together for constitutional justice, for an independent judiciary, and always cherish the fundamental values that binds societies together. Thank you very much for your attention. I wish you all a fruitful exchange.
For the next remarks, we would like to invite the Chief Justice of the Constitutional Court of the Republic of Indonesia, His Excellency Anwar Usman.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Peace be upon you, along with God's mercy and blessings. Good tidings to us all. Om Swastiastu. Honorable and distinguished President of the Republic of Indonesia, Joko Widodo, distinguished Special Representative of the Venice Commission, Mr. Gianni Ukicio, and the Secretary General of the Venice Commission, Mr. Snuts Dur, Excellency Presidents or Chief Justices of the Constitutional Courts and equivalent institutions, Your Honors, Justices, Heads of State institutions, I would like to acknowledge the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of the Republic of Indonesia and the head of the Judicial Commission of Indonesia, members of the House of Representatives, ministers, and other state officials, as well as the Governor of Bali, Excellencies, ambassadors of friendly countries, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let us continually offer up our praises and thanks to the presence of God Almighty, because only by His grace and enlightenment that we can gather in this place in order to attend the opening of the 5th Congress of the WCCJ. Before we begin, I would like to especially express my gratitude to Mr. President, that who, amidst his busy schedule, was able to take time to open this event officially. Gratitude also to the Governor of Bali, who has helped a lot the organizing of this activity. Distinguished audience, the momentum of the 5th Congress of the WCCJ is the right one for all of us to make the best contribution to all humans from various nations in the world. This theme is one that is relevant for us to discuss as a form of our shared contribution in order to realize world peace and justice for all nations. Constitutional justice and peace are actually the true desires and aspirations of all peoples without exception. And the Constitution, of course, governs this so that peace and justice can be realized. In connection to that, we have established constitutional courts or similar bodies that are given the mandate to guard the Constitution so that the values contained in the Constitution can be upheld and realized. If the norms in the Constitution that form the ground norm of the state are not adhered to and upheld, then these norms are only going to be beautiful on paper. We, of course, understand that the Constitution from various countries have the characteristics, the distinguishing features themselves. But we also understand that there are so many similar values, including those considered to be universal from one constitution and another. Our theme, which is peace and constitutional justice, is one of that similar values. Values shared by all of us present here, or in other words, the theme of this Congress is also something that obliges to care for and to realize. Distinguished audience, through this meeting, the participants of the Congress are informed of the initiative of the Indonesian Constitutional Court to set up a constitutional supremacy index, a metric to measure the development of constitutional supremacy and adherence, one that is in line with the principle of constitutionalism. The idea of the Constitutional Supremacy Index is also to measure whether the branches of state power have implemented constitutional values. To close my remarks, I would like to share my thanks for the honor and pleasure given to the Indonesian Constitutional Court to host the 5th WCCJ Congress, this honorable forum, and may the relationship and cooperation established between nations and constitutional courts around the world can continue to be strengthened in the future. And hopefully, peace and constitutional justice can be made real for all the nations in the world. Again, thank you, and I apologize for any shortcomings. May God's peace be upon you, along with God's mercy and blessings.
Ladies and gentlemen, before proceeding to the next agenda, we would like to kindly ask your attention to watch a short video, The Journey of Congress of the World Conference on Constitutional Justice.
Salah satu cara atau upaya untuk menghadapi tantangan yang ada termasuk dalam menjalankan roda ketatanegaraan adalah dengan cara menerapkan prinsip negara hukum, mempromosikan perdamaian, perlindungan tentang hak asasi manusia demi kebaikan bersama seluruh umat manusia.
The World Conference on Constitutional Justice facilitates global dialogue among constitutional justices. Since 1996, the Venice Commission has established cooperation with many constitutional court groups from different regions. It unites 119 constitutional courts and councils and supreme courts in 5 continents to promote worldwide constitutional justice and constitutional supremacy. Cape Town, South Africa was the first host of the World Conference on Constitutional Justice, which took place on January 23rd and 24th, 2009, to discuss influential constitutional justice, its influence on society, and on developing a global jurisprudence on human rights. The first Congress declared that constitutional justice was key to creating and developing basic constitutional values. The World Conference on Constitutional Justice was held in Rio de Janeiro on January 16, 2011 by Brazil's Federation Constitutional Court. 88 constitutional courts, constitutional councils, and supreme courts, as well as 10 regional courts and linguistic groups from 5 continents, attended the Second Congress on Constitutional Justice on separation of powers and independence of constitutional courts and equivalent bodies. The third conference of the World Conference on Constitutional Justice was held in Seoul on September 28th through October 1st, 2014 by the Constitutional Court of the Republic of South Korea to discuss constitutional justice and social integration. 86 constitutional courts, constitutional councils, supreme courts, and international organizations from around the world were in attendance. The Constitutional Court of Lithuania hosted the 4th Congress of the World Conference on Constitutional Justice in Vilnius on September 11th through the 14th, 2017 to discuss the rule of law and constitutional justice in the modern world. On October 4th through the 7th, 2022, Indonesia will host the 5th Congress through the active role of the Constitutional Court of the Republic of Indonesia. The Constitutional Court of the Republic of Indonesia represent Indonesia in the World Conference on Constitutional Justice by hosting the 5th Congress on October 4th through the 7th, 2022, where it will discuss constitutional justice and peace to show the world that the spirit of perpetual peace should be observed in enforcing the law, fighting for democracy, and preserving human rights.
Kecepatan dan kecermatan Mahkamah Konstitusi juga sangat patut kita apresiasi. Pada saat yang sama, perluasan kerja sama di dalam maupun di luar negeri pun terus ditingkatkan. MK aktif menginisiasi dan mengkoordinir berbagai kegiatan di tingkat regional maupun di tingkat global agar sistem hukum kita dijadikan rujukan bagi negara-negara demokrasi di berbagai penjuru dunia.
The Constitutional Court of the Republic of Indonesia designed 5 open fingers to symbolize the 5th Congress and the 5 principles of Indonesia as a nation, known as Pancasila. Its combination of colors signifies passion and energy, as well as peace and kindness. The dove, the symbol of world peace, supports the theme of the Congress, constitutional justice and peace. Indonesian Constitutional Court encourages all members of the World Conference on Constitutional Justice to participate actively in promoting constitutional justice and peace. What outcomes will the 5th Congress of the World Conference on Constitutional Justice achieve? Let's wait and see.
Ladies and gentlemen, now let's revert to the remarks, which is followed by a procession of the opening ceremony by the hitting the gong by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Indonesia, Joko Widodo.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Religious greetings, peace be upon us all and God's blessing be upon you. Greetings.
Om Swastiastu. Yang saya hormati Ketua
The Chief Justice of the Constitutional Court of the Republic of Indonesia, and the Deputy Chief, and the Constitutional Court Justices. I would like to greet Your Excellency, President Emeritus, Special Representative of the Venice Commission, Mr. Gianni Ukichio. I would like to greet all the ministers in attendance, the Governor of Bali, and Your Excellency, the head of the Constitutional Court, the Supreme Court, and equivalent judiciary bodies, members of WCCJ. I would like to greet Your Excellencies, the heads of state institutions. I almost forgot. I would like to greet academics, observers, and all the participants of the conference, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I understand the importance of your role as judges of the Constitutional Court in state administration. The Constitutional Court is the main pillar in enforcing constitutional justice, which is the key element of democracy, protection of human rights, and legal certainty. However, your role, your honorable judges, and the duty for us all at the moment has become more difficult, and we bear a heavier burden. In addition to enforcing constitutional justice, all countries in the world currently must face several crises. The pandemic is not fully over. The world economy has not fully recovered, and the world was shocked by a war between Russia and Ukraine that has disrupted the global trade. Food crisis, energy crisis, financial energy is no longer avoidable. I believe that the 119 countries attending this conference must also fight to face the same difficulties, how to face the food crisis, how to face the energy crisis, and how to face the financial crisis. The crises triggered by the pandemic and made worse by the Russia-Ukraine war, which we do not see any hope for it to be over soon. The COVID-19 pandemic has slowed down. However, the Russia-Ukraine war and all their allies show no signs of abating. The continuing war will cause sustainable world crisis. Of course, we want the war to halt immediately and to build peace immediately. That is the hope amongst us all. We must all fight to stop this war and to build peace. However, we must be ready to mitigate and to manage the crisis to the best of our ability. In other words, in addition to fighting for constitutional justice, which is the key element of democracy, the protection of human rights, and legal certainty, each country must be fighting hard to face food, energy, and financial crises. Each country must be finding points of synergy between constitutional justice and crisis management. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Chief Justices, Justices of the Constitutional Court, I hope this conference is a forum for the exchange of ideas, the exchange of experiences. I do hope there are common steps among countries to build peace in handling this crisis and simultaneously enforcing constitutional crisis in the strengthening of rivalry between countries. And from the military aspect, from the economic aspect, we must build the strong friendship between countries. We must encourage cooperation between countries. We must increase collaboration in order to realize stability and peace and prosperity for the world. We must expand the areas of cooperation in the context of bilateral relationships and in the multilateral context. Brotherhood, solidarity, we must continue to build these with concrete steps and with concrete results. That is all I would like to deliver by declaring Bismillah, the 5th Congress of the World Conference on Constitutional Justice, I hereby declare is officially open tonight. I thank you. Peace be upon us all.
And we would like to invite the Chief Justice of the Constitutional Court of the Republic of Indonesia, President Venice Commission Gianni Bukikio, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, and the Governor of Bali to join the stage.
Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached to the end of the official opening ceremony of the 5th Congress on the World Conference on Constitutional Justice and Peace.
And thank you to Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Indonesia, for gracing us with his attendance and for officiating this important event. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Indonesia, will be leaving the main hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank you for attending today's event and allow us to inform you to be able to come to gala dinner at Grand Ballroom Mulia Hotel, 8 p.m. Bali time.
And I would like also to remind you all on tomorrow's Congress at 9:30 a.m. local time. Once again, thank you. Good evening.